Alright then, so hey, what's up guys, it's Pohdoh here, and I haven't uploaded a Modern Combat video in quite some time just because I was really busy. I uploaded one Order and Chaos video in this week, I believe, and that's just because I always had it on my computer. So then anyways, this is gonna be the first Modern Combat 4 game I've played since the last subscriber match, which was like a month ago. So actually, this is my second game, and then the first game I actually played with a shotgun, and then that failed miserably. I mean, I went even, which I think wasn't that bad, but then it's really weird. I came back and I actually think I got a little better at this game because I'm starting to learn a little more about this game, not necessarily about the game itself, but how a different way to play the game, and then keep in mind that my aim is really bad, and you're gonna see here I do fail at my aim here and there, but then I still manage like almost a 3.0 KD, and how is that? It's because I mean, like, I played FPS games for such a long time, and my time in Order and Chaos actually helped me in modern combat because it taught me how to play smart. In Order and Chaos, a lot of it depends on the decisions you make, and not necessarily your aim, your reaction speed, or anything. It's just the decisions you make. And I started to apply that here, and this is a really see. Look how I hide behind this cover. I see him. I could have rushed out and tried to get after him, and then he goes after me, and I just completely outplayed him here. If you saw carefully, he was firing towards my shelter, firing towards the pillar, which was hiding behind, and then I was just reloading. Waiting for him to come back. I knew he was gonna go attack me, so now I just took my time. I hid, I played it passively, and then I absolutely demolished him. He didn't even land one shot at me. And that's just an example of just completely outsmarting your opponents, and I do that multiple times here. Um, so it just shows that accuracy is in everything. My aim, Modern Combat 4 is pretty bad actually. It's not. I mean, it's not horrible, I guess, but then it definitely has room to improve. And honestly, like the perk Paragon Sensor, like that's like I mean. I'm starting to like Paragon Sensor. Like in my opinion, you have to be crazy not to use Paragon Sensor. It's such a good perk. It just pretty much means you always have a radar on you, and I've lost track of the amount of times Paragon Sensor has saved me. So I mean, even here, you can see that I'm hiding by the cover, moving back and forth here. I'm always strafing. It's just my skill from Modern Combat 3 translating over to Modern Combat 4. And going back to the original topic, I wasn't able to upload for some time because of college applications. I'm not done with them yet. I got them through my early applications. Those are the ones that were due today. I got them done yesterday, so I'm actually spending this time, recording. And I really do miss record. I really do miss, my frequent uploads. I don't find them a chore. I mean, they're kind of annoying here and there. That's only when I'm really busy. But then, for the most part, if I'm bored, if I have nothing to do, then I'm pretty cool with just taking out an old clip and then commentating over it. But then as it got busier and busier, I usually just could not find the time to actually get decent gameplay or gameplay I thought was decent. So then I had to rely more and more on older and older clips, and then just recently I actually completely ran out of old clips. So then I was kind of stuck, and then even if I did have some clips, I didn't think I really had the time to commentate. I really just wanted to focus on my college apps, and believe it or not, your academics, your life at school, quote unquote, your real life is way more important than your modern combat or your video game skills. In fact, to be honest, your video game skills amount to almost nothing. It really doesn't amount to anything. I just play for fun. Like, I mean, if you don't take the game all too seriously, that's just like a tip. There's been times where taking the game really seriously and I had a lot of fun. But for the most part, it's nothing you should let take over your life. And a lot of times, the time when I was competitive, I was in middle school, and at that point, there really, I mean, I had all the time in the world to spare. Grades don't really matter in middle school. Your study habits matter in middle school, though. The thing about like a lot of people, like I've seen some people who slack off in middle school, and they're like, "Oh, easy, I'll just start working hard in high school." And then those same lazy fucks, when they get to high school, they're like, "Oh, it's okay, I'm gonna work hard in college," and then they don't even get inside college. So keep in mind, the grades necessarily does not matter in middle school or in but then it doesn't matter when you're younger, but then the thing is just studying habits too, and then it's nearly impossible for you to make it to change from a lazy ass to like a hard worker. It really is difficult. And the main reason why I'm doing relatively well in school, there definitely is room for me to improve in. um I did well in my SATs. I talked about that last year. Got a 2240 on it, but then that's just mainly because I actually worked really hard on that. But then my GPA has to do work. But then a lot of it has to come not necessarily because I studied hard in high school, but because I studied hard in middle school, and because I learned all the good studying habits when I was young. So it's just something, and it's just something you guys should keep in mind. Just in my opinion, like you should have fun when you're a kid. You should. I mean, you're gonna be a very very miserable as adult if you don't know how to have fun. And one of the most important parts of your life is when you're a kid and is when you're a teenager, because that is when every day seems. I mean, it's scientifically proven, not scientific, but they took a poll and they asked a bunch of 80-year-old elders what they think the middle of their life was, and a lot of them said the middle of their life was when they were 25 years old and not 40 years old. So what that means is that when you're younger, your days are actually longer and they feel longer. So meaning that as you get older and older, your days will feel shorter and shorter. So what that basically says is that by the time you reach age of 25, you're already halfway done with your life. So you don't want to be wasting, you definitely don't want to be, doing drugs and like, not studying at all. You want to invest into your future, but it's not something you want to just, completely, you don't want to turn into like a vegetable at that time, be a boring fuck. So sorry about my language. I'm actually just really excited I can go back to commentate. So anyways, I think I went off on a tangent here, but anyways, going back to this gameplay, I'm catching up kind of here. 1612, that's like a 2.5 ish, 3.0. No, like a 2.75 KD. This, keep in mind, this is my second game. This is literally my second game with the recording lag. This like for the past month. Like, I mean, I literally did not play once this entire month other than a subscriber match. So you have to keep in mind that this is just like the baseline. This is like how I always am, even if I don't practice. And that's not saying that's not bragging that I'm good at this game, because I really am not. Like, I laugh when people get really butthurt when someone's like, "Oh, you're such a noob," and then like I'm just like, okay, I guess I am a noob. I don't really give a shit. Like, I play this game for fun. Like, I mean, what? I mean, if it's more fun being a noob, then hell, I'll be a noob. Like, there's no problem with that. If it's more fun being a pro, then I'll try being a pro. Like, I mean, that's just the bottom line. The games, you should not take these games all too seriously. That being said, you should respect your opponents and your teammates and all that stuff. You shouldn't boost. You boost. You shouldn't cheat or anything like that. But and the main reason why you shouldn't boost or cheat is because you're not having any fucking fun when you're boosting or cheating. And if you find fun with cheating and boosting, then there's something wrong with you. You're just messed up in the head. Like, I mean, that just baffles my mind. So like, if I cheat in school, like, I mean, I'll be honest, it's just kind of a necessity. You really just kind of have to cheat in life here and there in order to succeed. If you be perfectly honest, you're not gonna get very far. But then like, it's because there's a specific benefit behind it. I have a specific reason why I would cheat on a test. Not, well, I did it a few times in the past, and it actually did work out for me. So like, at the end of the day, I really needed that grade, so it actually had a very tangible benefit behind it. But then if you cheat in a game, like, for what? Like, what's the purpose? The whole purpose of playing the game in the first place is to have fun, and when you cheat, you're not having any fun with the game. So therefore, it makes absolutely no fucking sense to cheat in the game, because the whole point of the game is to have fun. Like, it's counterproductive, and I don't find any fun, getting a good score knowing that I didn't necessarily earn it. So that being said, like that's just my opinion. I'm just going off on a tangent here and there just for like 11 minutes as this gameplay goes on. Let's see. You can see my aim here, like, it's really bad. And then, like, I mean, but then the compact definitely did help. I will say the compact helped a lot. If I had a Eufia, I probably would have lost a lot more gunfights. And like, literally, like, the compact, like, if I had any doubts whether the compact, was overpowered or the compact was a little too strong, this removed it. This match right here, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, I played with a shotgun. I previously avoided the compact because I didn't want to use overpowered gun, and I tried it here because I was like, it's my first match in a month. I can afford using it here and there, and then it's just like full easy mode. Like, it really is. It's just like, it's just like all of a sudden, all these players that used to struggle against, all your opponents that seem like they had really good aim, they just become nubs. They just become scrubs because of the power of the compact. And this is where I play with an evil playing field. Like, before, I was always at a disadvantage, not only because of lag, not only because of the device lag, because I'm recording, not only because of the internet lag, because my internet is ass, but also because I'm not using the same guns and setups as I'm not using the compact or the chart tech. I use a Ufia and the Vec 9 and some other bullshit guns that aren't nearly as good as a compact. And the reason why is just because I wanted to have more of a challenge, and then now that I use the compact, and I actually have the same weapons and same playing field as them, I like Notice how I strafe back and forth, how I didn't just go straight out into the open. It's really like honestly, like no matter what FPS game you're playing, it's a really stupid idea to go out in the open. You always want to have at least have a wall behind your back. You see how I always, I always am facing, the direction where opponents can flank me, and then the walls usually cover my side or my back. Like there's a specific reason why I do that. It's so that in case someone does sneak up on me, I can at least fight back because they're gonna be in front of me. However, if someone sneaks up behind me and they're on my side or behind me, then I'm screwed. There's like nothing you can do. The compact just kills you too fast, and the game is a lot more about positioning than in Modern Combat 3 or Modern Combat 2. And Modern Combat 2 is decently about positioning and decently about who had the better position, who had the better advantage. But Modern Combat 3 had none of that. Like, I mean, it didn't matter where you were. It didn't matter about your position at all. I like that little triple spray right there. So anyways, your position really didn't matter in Modern Combat 3. To be perfectly honest, like you can just run it. Like this is like the philosophy behind Modern Combat 3 is that you have athlete elite and you better damn well abuse athlete elite. You better run as fast as you can all the time. And this is bullshit. Like my airstrike didn't hit anything. So anyways, on this like Modern Combat 3 is a game of mobility, and if you were standing still and defending a location, then you were probably losing. So but Modern Combat 4 is completely different. You really want to you really don't want to be out in the open all the time like Modern Combat 3. So anyways, Pohdoh, comment, subscribe if you like this video, give it a like, and then yeah, do all that good stuff. So I'm gonna try to keep up these uploads the best I can. It's like keep in mind I'm still not done with my college apps. They're gonna be finished around December 2nd, like all of them, and at that point I'll have pretty much nothing left. So anyways, yep, that is all, and then I'll see you guys later. I need to do some more work. So yeah, Pohdoh here, and I'm logging out.